This video is brought to you by CapBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
4 Lil Peep drop tracks like Benz Truck, White Wine, and Awful Things. We're blowing up on SoundCloud and YouTube with millions of plays on his songs, including a whopping 9.8 million views on the music video for Benz Truck. 4 Vulture said the controversial rapper and emo artist is not technically proficient in either genre, but Pitchfork called him the future of emo. Lil Peep grew up a social outcast who despised school and cut class to spend hours on end alone in his room. From there he began listening to punk and rap artists bubbling up on YouTube and SoundCloud. Before long, he would be inspired to create his own unique music with a $200 microphone, a MacBook, and GarageBand. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Lil Peep prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. I've covered a ton of SoundCloud artists in the past, so definitely check out those videos, and let me know who you want me to document next in the comments down below. Lil Peep was born Gustav R. on November 1st, 1996. Although Pitchfork claims that he originally hails from Pennsylvania, Gustav spent the majority of his childhood growing up on the South Shore of Long Island, New York, in what he affectionately calls the shittiest fucking suburbs ever. Lil Peep's mother is of Irish and German descent, while his father is of Swedish and German ancestry. His mother teaches first grade. His grandfather is a professor at Harvard, while his father is a professor at Hofstra. Gustav grew up with an older brother and both parents until he was 14 years old. At that point, his father left the family and Peep hasn't spoken with him ever since. Despite growing up in a family of teachers, Gustav was never particularly interested in education. His high school had a closed campus, so to cut class, which he did frequently, Gustav hopped on a 20-foot fence and ran from the school's on-duty security guards. On top of hating class, Gustav didn't like his classmates, he told Fader. They were like the stereotypical high schoolers from the movies. It's hard to find people you fuck with.
Yeah, I dropped out.
After Gustav dropped out of his high school but continued his education through a computer course that required only a single essay a week, his mom usually ended up writing them for him, but eventually he got his diploma. During this time, Lil Peep spent a lot of time alone in his room listening to punk and rap music. He suffered from depression and suicidal thoughts and continues to battle these issues today. But according to him, the internet and underground rap circuit saved his life. Gustav got into listening to underground acts on SoundCloud and YouTube, which inspired him to try doing it himself. He bought a $200 microphone and started to record directly on his MacBook, the same computer he uses today, and for production, he uses GarageBand. Wow. While he originally created his YouTube account back in 2013, his oldest video still available on his channel is from 2016, and his oldest SoundCloud song dates back to 2015. That year, he was 19 years old, so his earliest self-produced songs have likely been wiped from the internet. As of right now, the oldest available song is Veins, produced by Grief. A few months after posting his first song online, they began to receive thousands of plays. This was the first glimmer of hope for Gustav that he may have a future in music. As for school, that wasn't going so well. He enrolled in an online local community college, but needless to say, it didn't hold his interest. He dropped out after a single semester. The only thing really holding his attention was his budding music career, as he told Pitchfork. School was forced the whole time, now it's apparent that it was never very necessary. To pursue his ambitions, Lil Peep moved out to Los Angeles, hoping to pay his rent with his SoundCloud rap career. He had a dozen roommates in his apartment in Skid Row, but still his music wasn't paying the bills, which forced him to return to Long Island. But before long, he'd be returning to LA, where he would continue to reside until very recently with his girlfriend Layla. In 2015, Lil Peep dropped his first 2 mixtapes, Lil Peep Part 1 and Live Forever, and his extended play Feels. 2016 would see the release of 4 new EPs, Vertigo, California Girls, Teen Romance, and Castles, as well as 2 mixtapes, Cry Baby and his breakthrough project, Hellboy. By this time, he had teamed up with artists Jay Green and Ghostmane to form the Schema Posse Collective. They had begun working together while Peep was still in high school, but in April of 2016, the group disbanded after a public breakup via Twitter. After this falling out, Lil Peep would join Goth Boy Clique with artists like Lil Tracy, Cold Heart Doves, and JP Dream Thug. In 2017, Lil Peep would drop Castles 2 and move to London, England, where he finished work on his debut studio album, Come Over When You're Sober Part 1. The album was dropped that year and features some of his most popular songs like Problems, Awful Things, and Benz Truck. In August of 2017, Peep came out as bisexual on Twitter. Today, Lil Peep maintains a close relationship with his mother, although she hasn't seemed to be able to keep him from doing drugs like cocaine, Molly, heroin, and Xanax.
I woke up with these tattoos. It says "Get Cake, Die Young." I woke up with it. I had no idea I had even got it. I was so fucked up.
Still, he remains a productive artist with, I'm sure, much more music in the works. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. My name is Mike McCredden and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. 2 more are down below. Be sure to check those out. Hit subscribe. And also, guys, we're selling some merch. There is a link down below. Be sure to check it out. Buy yourself some before they're famous gear. And I'll see you guys in another video.